All right, let's do this
Let's
intro.
do
Let's
this
get this
intro.
shit done.
All right,
Fuck
we're
you.
back. Okay. Whoa, whoa.
What?
What are you talking about?
You went right in.
I
For no
did.
reason.
I'm professional.
You pork
You
professional.
got me, bitch. Anyway. All right, we're back. Hey, welcome back to the show. Episode number 21. We can now legally drink. The show can get crunk. People
This
still
was our
say that?
21st episode.
This is number 21.
Damn.
Yep.
We wasted
Damn.
our 21st episode on this movie.
Damn right we did.
Thank you, Tyler.
Always have been. Oh,
Okay.
anyways.
But yeah, so this week it was my pick, and I picked Triangle from 2009 that I had seen before, and I thought I would make you guys watch it. Maverick, what's your score? I've been going first a couple times. I'm gonna change it up. Maverick, what's your score for this movie? This
It
movie
was
picture.
a solid one and done. I'll give it a 5.
I thought you meant solid.
I was
one.
like, yeah, damn, Maverick didn't like this movie at all.
No, one and done.
Yeah.
Pretty easy to understand.
Bags.
Yeah. I'll give it a 5 out of 10. It
5.
was watchable. It was
Yeah.
just okay.
Tyler.
I give it a 4.
4.
Yeah.
I think the first time I viewed this, I would have given it like a 7. Because I liked it the first time. And then this time, yeah, I'm feeling a 5 like everyone else. Second time
don't-
around. It definitely is not. What's up?
It's not really a horror movie.
Well, you know.
It's time travel, weird shit.
Where'd you see this shit,
Spoiler
Tom? Like on
warning.
HBO one night?
No, it was just like advertised on Prime for free. And I was like, I'll watch this.
This dude went to the theater.
I was first in line, yeah. But
In 2009.
2009, yep.
He was 7.
No. Close
That
enough.
was 11 years ago. You were 10, right?
Yeah, well, that's not 7. Anyway.
I didn't know.
Yeah. Oh. So anyway, hey, spoiler warning for Triangle. Gonna ruin it. Don't get mad at us.
Pussy.
Pussy. So anyway, would anyone like to start first?
The
Like-
best part of this movie
Okay, we're just okay.
for me was the fact that the lady was like a piece of shit, like child abuser.
Uh-huh.
Jesus Christ.
That got me completely off guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, did not.
Like I
expect
was in
that.
there watching it, and then I was like, "Holy shit, what is going on?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we just skipped a whole lot. It
that
that is at the very end. Of this
is the
movie.
very end.
Not the very end.
It's not the very end, but it's
It's like 20 minutes until the end.
yeah.
But it started off slow as fuck.
Yeah.
super slow.
Well, can we talk? So they do that thing where they have that one random chick, Heather, is her name, right? And I remember I wrote down in my notes because the rich girl like brought her along to try to date the dude who owns the boat because she doesn't like what's even the main girl's name, Sarah or something. I don't know, whatever her name is, whatever her
No
name
idea.
is, doesn't matter. But she like brings her along to like get in between them. And like she's like, "Hey, I'm not interested in stuff." And I was like, "You know what? Shout out to her. She's not being like a bitch about this whole thing." Then she just disappears when the boat sinks, and you never see her
Heather,
again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I kept being like,
Fucking-
"Oh, she's gonna come back," but no, she was just dead. That was it for her. And I was like, "Okay, thanks for coming." But yeah,
That was. I'm just gonna jump way ahead. So the whole time, she gets in the car crash at the end.
goddamn.
He
Goes.
went to the end.
Yeah, you went to
Yeah,
the
well,
end.
yeah.
Then.
No, I'm going to the end to explain the beginning, right?
Okay.
So all that shit happens, and she's like, "Oh, I gotta save my kid because he's dead now." So she goes. She takes the taxi cab back, and then it's just a loop, right? It starts all over again. At some point between her getting in the taxi and her going to the harbor and get on the boat, she just forgets like everything that happened, but then like she slowly remembers throughout the whole film, right?
Well, she gets like glimpses of it.
Yes, I'm just trying to like maybe like I
Well,
don't know. I feel like it was shit storytelling because then
It was, bro.
it
yeah,
was just bad.
it was, but well, it's like because I think clearly that taxi dude was supposed to be like
Satan.
a
Like
gatekeeper
death.
to
Yeah,
like
no, like death.
purgatory or hell or something, and it's yeah, and then for some reason she forgets.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Okay,
When did she change clothes?
No idea. I
What-
thought she was wearing the same thing. Just
She was-
she'd
she
take that
was.
coat off.
But in the beginning, she's wearing a dress.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. She was.
well she does.
And then,
Well, she kills the lady in the dress.
yeah, but eventually,
Uh-huh.
at some point, she had to be the lady in the dress.
Yeah,
She had to
well,
start off
Yeah.
somewhere.
I don't think she
And
was.
it's-
She ever was because the lady in the dress dies. So that version of her, she's not that version of her because she kills that version.
Well, no, that's in the first loop. But in the beginning, that lady in the dress, like it doesn't work.
I know. Well, going back to that, there's another timeline where they have the one version of her that like leads the rich dude and the wife down to that room, and then she like cuts
Yeah.
his throat and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, where did that version pop up? Because she never becomes that girl. So I was like,
Yeah.
well, where did that one come from? And like, they're just like, don't worry about that.
Shit storytelling. They're like confused as fuck in the writing room. Like, what the fuck is going on? They don't even
It's-
know.
The whole
They're just like,
shout out to Homegirl about to blow her brains out there. When she realized what's going on, she's like, "All right, time to end this."
Yeah.
She's just gonna blow her fucking head off, and she's like, "Not today." I was like, "Oh shit."
It's just like it was cool what they were doing, but yeah, there was points where I was like, this doesn't add up. I was like,
Yeah, there was points where, well, I was like, it's obviously a loop. She knows she's in a loop, right? So, and then she's like, okay, I got to break the cycle.
uh huh.
But her trying to break the cycle is like, just repeats the cycle, right? Because
Yeah.
the previous versions of her thought the same thing.
Yeah.
So if you were in that situation, I feel like you're just fucked, right? Because every
feel
decision
like-
you make, the previous you made that
I feel
decision.
like as soon as I let the people on the boat, I run out there and be like, hey, check this out.
I would
Yeah.
I would be on the fire escape or whatever thing.
Yeah.
With the shotgun. I'm like, look, there's two of us. I gotta kill you, and I would just light them all up.
Well, no,
Oh, you
I'd
was
have the
going for the
potato
murder.
mask, the potato mask on, just sitting there with the shotgun. You don't have to shoot anybody. They're not gonna get on the boat. You're sitting there with the shotgun and like
Yeah.
a fucking mask.
You like that's
So, I
how
mean-
because it starts off like, ooh, there's a killer with a mask, and then it's like, oh, it was her all
Yeah.
along. So then they have to have a reason for her to put on that mask, and the only reason is she's like, I don't want you. This isn't the real me that's killing you. And it's like, oh, okay, I guess, I guess that works.
I want to take back my 4 and give this movie a 2.
Now that we're talking about it,
Like, because think about it, nothing makes sense.
Yeah, it don't make sense at all.
Like, it
They
was
just were
cool
spewing. Fucking,
that one time that he saved like the rich bitch, and then she crawls out on that balcony, and there's like 50 of her out there laying
Listen.
dead, and the seagulls are eating. her.
yeah.
It's just like I'm
They
gonna
had
make
so
it.
many of those scenes. They had the like
They
50
really
necklaces.
overused them.
They had the dead seagulls. They had that chick that was dead as fuck.
Oh, that dead seagull was
The-
supposed to be like a bum bum bum.
That was
Yeah,
supposed to be,
still in
oh,
the
she's
loop.
been here, yeah. Which, as we know, never kill a seabird. It's bad luck.
I have never heard that.
Oh,
because you've
man.
never seen the greatest movie known to man.
Yeah, but you will.
But
But yeah, they were. The only part of this movie, well, I remembered some of it, but the one I really remember was that scene with the girl crawling out and seeing all the dead bodies. And so I remember being like, oh man, that scene's cool. And then watching it again, I was like, oh, they have 17 other scenes that are exactly the same leading up to that one. And I was like, oh
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
like her plan never worked. Like nothing. At what point
Yeah.
do you witness the 50 dead seagulls and you go, "Fuck it, this is my life now"?
Yeah, she's like, we gotta
Yeah.
get out of here.
Yeah,
Like,
she's like,
no,
take me
bitch.
to the harbor. Be like, hey, nah, just take me to the police station. I'll try to explain why my exact DNA is in that lady in the trunk. Because no one talks
Yeah.
about that. The kid's laying there dead, but
Well, I
you know
don't
the
think-
body in the trunk.
I
don't
think
know
that
where-
was her. I don't think that there was a body in the trunk. I think that was her dying there. And then this is all her like hell based on, you know.
Yeah. She was my whole thing in the movie was like, at first I was like, oh, she's stuck in like a time loop, but then I saw she was a piece of shit at the
Mhm.
very end, and I'm like, oh, this is obviously like her hell, her version of hell.
Let's not
She's
label
stuck in
her a
a-
piece of shit. Come on.
Oh no, she was a piece of shit.
That's a
She
normal
was a piece
parent,
of shit.
right there.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
That's not how y'all were raised.
No.
No, well,
I
yes,
will
it
say,
was
though-
how I was raised, but
Yeah. See, normal, man.
Yeah.
Bros for life.
That was a cool ass
About this
scene.
cheeseburger giving mama thing. You know, like,
Wow.
right? Shit,
That
lucky
was a
bastard.
cool ass scene of when
Oh,
like
my mom gave me with bruises.
yeah.
God. When the mom comes in and she like sits down to do her makeup, and then the girl just comes around the corner and like bashes her head in
With the hammer, yeah. It's
And I was
very,
like, oh,
very-
man.
Savage.
She's like,
Fucking
pop.
savage.
And she's
Yeah.
like, pop.
It wasn't until about halfway through this movie.
Can we get an edit of that one dude who's the homeless guy with the hammer? He's like, Bop!
It wasn't about halfway through this movie that I realized that the mentally handicapped son was named Tommy. And I was like, oh,
Was he?
man. Yeah.
The whole movie, she's like, I gotta get back to my son. Bitch, your son's not on this boat. Fuck that.
Respectable person.
God damn.
I found out she was a piece of shit, and I was like, you're the reason your son's
Really good person.
I was like, I was 2 of these drinks in. I was very wasted.
Yeah.
And I had a couple. I had a 8th bottle of Henny I was drinking too. I had like 4 or 5 little sips.
It's a pint, but you know,
Oh, is it?
Not-
Yeah, she said the
An
pint.
eighth,
Right?
not a fifth.
a fifth is
What's-
the.
Dare me to try?
It was
the
a pint.
flap.
Yeah, the little flask, the glass flask.
Yeah, the little plastics like
Yeah.
that.
Mm.
But,
Damn. Hey.
yeah, like
Oh.
I hated everyone in this movie.
They were all shit.
They were
Like,
all
no one was
pointless characters. Well, they were all there to get killed a bunch over and over in a time loop.
I think
Yeah.
this is the worst Hemsworth movie I've ever seen.
Hemsworth.
Yeah.
That was him, right?
That
With the
was-
shaved head.
Yeah.
I thought it was Paul Walker at first.
Liam Hemsworth, he's the guy he's the like 18-year-old boy
Oh,
that's living on the dude's
yeah.
boat for some reason that they never
I didn't
explained.
reckon he's so young. I didn't recognize him.
He was very young.
I just call him the Cyrus fucker whenever I send
Yeah.
messages to Tom. I was like, no, oh, wait, that's not Paul Walker.
Yeah.
So anyways,
Which he gets like a coat hanger through the head.
Yeah, some
Which I
weird
was
fucking
like-
spike.
I was like, I don't know if like it wasn't like soft how he got backed up into it, but I was like, I don't know if that would go through like the skull.
I don't know why they'd have
the
something
base
so
of the
sharp.
neck or whatever. She fingers it in the first like
She
4
does,
minutes
yeah.
of the boat
Does.
and kills him, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Fucking
And then-
weirdo.
I was like, this is weird.
Your Xbox is on, Tom. Why's your Xbox on?
Not on.
I see a light.
That's just the sun like beaming
Go
on.
towards the light, Maverick.
Oh,
Go
damn.
towards
You
the light.
d- But also why so I get
Oh.
like trying what?
What?
Oh, anyway, you said so I didn't know.
I went, oh, because you just had like
Yeah.
an epiphany and
Why?
you started yelling.
No, I was just so I get like triangle. There's
Yes.
the 3 different ladies are involved, so it's like 3 sides of triangle. But then the boat's called Triangle. So I was
are
like,
you dumb?
what?
What?
This movie's based on the Bermuda Triangle.
That's the thing, but they never
They
like
never
we're
said
in the
that.
Bermuda Triangle. Like,
They're out in the ocean, and then that electrical storm comes out of nowhere.
well, yeah, but yeah, I was like,
Nah, that's a jump. They'd never mentioned Bermuda Triangle.
no, I mean
I
it's
think
totally
it's called Triangle because the boat.
because well, I mean, when I watched, I was like, oh yeah, it's Bermuda Triangle thing. But then watching again, like they never mentioned they're
Yeah,
just
they
like, oh,
never
we're going out in the boat.
They should have named this movie. I'm sure if you look it up, it had a different name in the beginning, and I'm sure it was whatever the name of the boat was. Aurora, Aeurs
Yeah.
or whatever, the Greek mythology thing.
Yeah.
Because this is Groundhog Day meets shotguns, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's
That
just
I saw that boat, the guy that was named after. His whole thing was like, his punishment was he had to push a boulder up a hill every day, but then every
Yeah.
day it would just roll back down, and you have to go and every day put, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah, because he
oh,
like cheated death or some shit.
Yeah.
What that lady says.
but
it's classic Greek mythology. I think,
Yeah.
right?
That when they first get on the boat, fucking dude said he knows guys that work on ships and they pull pranks like that, or they just
yeah, where they write
hey, yeah,
blood
we're
on
just
the
gonna hide,
window or
just
something.
gonna fucking hide from them. And then the lady is like, "What the fuck are you talking about? They don't. Why would they hide from us?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "I'm saying, like, why the fuck? Oh my god!"
Yeah. Hey,
And then they just, as soon as they get on the boat, they just split up. And I was like, I don't think I would do
that's
that. I
classic.
think we'd stay together.
They split up, and then that one rich guy just starts eating on a banana.
Yeah, he's like, you should.
He was
eat
very
something.
unbothered by the fact that they
Yeah, he
one
did
of their
not give a
friends were
fuck.
dead.
Well, no, he was. That was a little before.
Hey,
Then he
let's-
comes in and dies.
Yeah.
Let's find out how much this movie took to make. Because I have a feeling it was expensive. And I have a
Uh,
feeling
lot
it
of
made none of
CGI.
it back.
Hey,
Yeah.
you might be right. It had a budget of $12 million. Only made 1.3 at the box office.
Ooh.
So-
Fucking. This is a movie you buy at Walmart in the $5 bin.
Yeah, this is a $5
And then
bin
it
movie.
just sits on the shelf and you never watch it.
I never saw the cover, but I'm sure it has like the bagface guy on the cover as like you think it's like a horrible
Yeah, that's
villain.
what it is.
And then you watch this movie and you go, huh,
Yeah.
you got me.
You take it back to get your refund. Like,
I
Can I have
thought
my $4 back, please?
for
Yeah.
some reason I thought this movie had like a subplot where it was like Event Horizon, where that boat, they were like, it disappeared in 1932. It was never seen again. But
Mm-mm.
they say it's from 1932, but they're not like, oh, it disappeared or something. But,
I mean, I think it does.
yeah.
I think it is an Event Horizon type situation. Anything where you're taken out of the mainstream, you're stuck in a loop like that, or
Mhm.
different dimension, whatever. At that point, like as soon as that boat rolled over, I'm sure everything was a dream, or it was like life after death or whatnot.
Yeah.
But
yeah, at first I was sad for
at first, I was afraid.
All those-
I was petrified.
all those people were stuck in this lady's loop. And then it turns out it's her hell, and I'm like, okay, they're not real.
Yeah, I was like, are these people even real? I was like,
Hey,
Is this
Wait a minute.
even real life?
yeah.
you know how Homegirl was like solid lady who was like, I'm not getting in between this
Uh-huh.
or whatever.
Heather, yeah.
Maybe she went to heaven. Maybe that's why
Oh,
she wasn't
snap.
on the boat. Maybe she was
Yeah.
the only good one, so she like escaped,
Yeah. Well,
and everyone
yeah,
else was trapped in hell.
maybe.
That could have been like a, I don't know. It could have been like a demon or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Just there, just to fuck with them,
She's a pretty
Yeah.
solid lady. She had champagne and
or an angel. Oh shit!
Oh, fuck. Hey, I think it's time for best of, worst of. What
that's
was
the
your-
worst stuff.
Yeah, what was your favorite and least favorite part of the movie?
Or as I like to call it, the bow wow, bow woo, bow wow, best of, worst of.
Yeah, man.
Working on it.
Um,
What about worst of,
Yeah.
best of? So we could be like, whoa,
We need an intro for this where it's like best of, worst of, and then just a guitar fucking.
yeah, the monster truck.
yeah, we'll work on it. Bags, you want to kick us off? You got a
But
least
we-
favorite and favorite?
We mean him.
Alright, one of the coolest scenes from this movie.
Okay.
You remember when that fucking guy with the mask was like first chasing her? And she
Uh-huh.
was like hiding out in this kitchen, and it was like shot all green like.
Yeah.
It
I thought
was
it
like
was
a
red.
cool. It switches to red when she's going through like the corridors
Yeah.
of this like fucking ship.
Thought it
But-
was green then.
It was like a greenhouse.
No.
That's
I thought it was red.
oh,
Anyways,
like that shit was cool when they first fucking introduced that guy or woman before you realized like that it was
That it
fucking
was her.
retarded.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, well then
At
she's
first
like,
I was like,
go ahead.
what?
Well, when she's getting like kicked off the boat, and then you like hear her
Mhm.
talking. She's like, "You gotta kill them all," and I was like, "Oh, I know where this is going."
Yeah.
well, no. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt your best of worst of bags, but why was her voice so distorted?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
idea.
Just because it would ruin the whole fucking movie. If
Yeah.
you realized it was her,
I
at
thought
that
they were
point-
gonna show her
timeline.
getting like her jaw broken at some point, but they never do.
Oh.
Who are you? What do we do? You have to go. What the fuck are you saying? It's the only way to get home. What?
So, anyway,
But it was like you gotta kill
Yeah.
him,
yeah.
and it was like,
yeah,
what?
exactly.
Carry on, Tags.
The worst. All right, now the worst scene.
Worst scene.
I don't know. I can't think of the worst scene.
Yeah.
We'll have to come back to me.
Okay. My favorite scene, it's the one I told you about yesterday, Tyler, where I was like, it's really cool, but it has no business being there. Which I guess, you know, to show the like, but it's when the record is like skipping and it keeps backing up like 5 seconds, and then they have that
Yeah.
shot where it's like her walking and then she would back up with the record, and I was like, oh man,
Yeah.
that's cool. But then it only happens like 3 times, and I was like, okay, I'm not sure why they put that in, but it's a cool little
Yeah, I
scene.
noticed that shit too. That was cool.
Yeah. And then least
It
favorite.
meant nothing.
It meant nothing.
It
yeah.
meant nothing.
It was like an editor.
I think it was like symbolizing something, but the movie was shit, so it didn't make sense.
And then least, yeah. The weird thing is, least favorite. Like, it's harder to pick that. It's like, maybe I'll just say this, just because I was like, how is this happening? When when she's about to shoot homeboy over the balcony, they're like screaming at the top of their voices. This is an empty theater. Her 2 friends are sitting down there. How do they not hear any of this arguing going on, literally above their heads? I was like, why don't they hear you? But that's it. That's the only thing I can think of for least favorite.
Okay, I guess I'll go.
Oh, Mav actually has one this time.
Yeah. Well, my most favorite was it made me laugh
The
real
mostest
fucking
favorite?
hard.
Yeah,
My mostest favorited was she's chasing everybody with the shotgun, gets to chasing herself, runs out of ammo, and fucking
Yeah,
tosses
that
the
was good.
shotgun, and it hits that bitch.
There was
and
the
I like,
shotgun.
holy fuck, dude!
Yeah.
I fucking laughed my ass off.
Not a comedy.
Yeah, but
it was so
pretty
funny. It was so funny. She tossed that fucking shotgun.
Yeah.
Hits that bitch.
The sound
Oh,
effects.
It was good. It was funny.
Got who's in Atlanta?
Least favorite was probably I didn't like the last like 20 minutes where it was like, oh yeah,
With
it's just another yeah.
That's the reveal.
Yeah,
That is
I mean
the
it is,
reveal,
but it
but-
was shit, dude. It was garbage.
Yeah, that's the when you find out, like, because the person rings their doorbell at the beginning. She's like, "Who rang my doorbell?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that fucker, that old fucker right next. Okay, no, least favorite. He was using an electric lawnmower. That shit pissed me off. I was like, who the fuck
Oh wow.
does that?
Well, you want to know the best thing? Electric lawnmowers are silent.
But it
They
was
don't make
making
noise.
noise. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounded like regular lawnmower, but they don't make noise. They're
Listen.
just on.
A little side note. I asked my dad what he thought of electric, like lawn
Just for
equipment,
preference,
and he
Maverick's
said
dad,
they were
professional landscaper.
trash. Landscaper.
No.
It's fucking
lawn.
shit. He said they were shit and they belong in the garbage. And I was like, God damn.
Now, okay, we're gonna take a tangent here or whatever.
Okay.
Now, this is your dad who's been mowing gas-powered lawnmowers for the last 30 years.
We'll gas everything.
So you think
30?
he's gonna
No,
look
no,
at
no,
electric
maybe
and be
20.
like, "Hey, I'm switching over tomorrow. Like, it's like with Priuses. People shit on Priuses. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, this thing gets 80 miles to the gallon or whatever. And they're like, it sucks. You can't rev. It's like, yeah, there's speed limits. Like, you know, from everything I've noticed, electric everything coming out now is amazing. So, just saying.
Hey, well, you're just a city boy wearing a cowboy.
But just say, I mean, I don't know. I was watching this landscaper guy, and he broke out like this electric one that works off of a battery pack, like a drill or whatever. And he said it was great.
Yeah.
He said it's expensive because of the batteries. Other than that,
They fucking paid him. They gave it to him for free.
Well, yeah.
Sponsored.
I think he said he was sponsored even. But.
Oh, so he can't say bad things about it. Fucking piece of shit, dude.
Well, I mean, this
Sell
was like
out.
a 5-minute YouTube video I watched, man. I don't know these
Fucking
things.
sell out.
Anyways,
Tyler,
my favorite and worst. The worst part is the fact that the Miley Cyrus boyfriend
Uh-huh.
with Liam. Do we know his name?
Liam Hemsworth.
Victor?
Victor, yeah. I thought it was Vincent for a while, but yeah, it's Victor.
Why is it the first time she sees him, he tries to choke her the fuck out?
Well, because she pushed
she
his
had-
head into a spike.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
even when she does that, he's not upset
Yeah.
about it. He's not like, that fucking bitch, or anything like that. He's just like,
Well, I
and
think he's
kinda-
just on autopilot mode. He's like dying.
Yeah, like it like
Which
fucked
then,
his brain
once
up.
again, doesn't matter. Which I get. They say that. Sorry to interrupt you, but they say like how she's like, oh, I can alter what happens in my loops now or whatever. But she comes out and stops that from happening the second time when she comes face to face with herself.
Yeah.
But then for some reason she pusses out and doesn't kill the lady. But then you never see Hemsworth again. Or no, doesn't he just... Yeah, you never see him again after that, right? She just leaves him there. And then it goes
Yeah.
on to another loop.
But like, okay, so he's mad at her and he chokes her the fuck out.
Uh-huh.
Well, the second loop, or maybe it's the third, who knows?
Who knows?
But he sees her in the hallway when she has the shotgun.
Yeah.
And he's like walking towards her and she points a gun at him. And then she doesn't. She looks the other way and then points it at it again. He just goes, walks into the room. And then there's the
Yeah,
lady. And
he's
starts
just
choking
like,
her. And it's like,
hands
what?
up.
Yeah, it's like, what? It was so stupid. The movie was just bad. So that was the least favorite part.
All right.
The best part is whenever we didn't have to see fucking Captain Dickhead. That's it. That's the best part.
Oh,
The captain guy for the
captain of the
ship?
boat? Yeah.
Was like, so I'm a cool guy. Look at me, I'm cool.
Yeah,
And I'm just so glad that, whenever he wasn't on screen.
he died real fucking quick.
Yeah.
Real
'cause
fast.
Real fast.
I told you not to bring anybody. I'm too cool. I'm going to bang this waitress. And it's like, what? So, I don't
Yeah,
know.
that was
Yeah,
a weird.
and why was he
fucking-
living with that guy?
Why was he living on a boat? He's like, I'm
With
living
an
on a
18-year-old
boat. And he's
boy?
like, yeah, that's like a $5 million sailboat,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Fucking, it's the
Three
biggest
bedroom.
sailboat I've ever seen, dude. Like, holy shit.
he said it was 3-bedroom. And I'm like, where are these bedrooms?
Yeah, right?
What the fuck? I thought it was just one big room underneath.
Yeah. That's how boats
That
work.
that fucking upside down sailboat had more screen time than fucking Heather did. It's like they showed that shit more than
Yeah.
that white bitch. I was like, holy
you-
shit.
Did you like how they foreshadow it in the beginning where she picks up the turned over sailboat in the pool? And
Yeah.
then later it's like, oh.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
I totally.
That was what
I was
causes
looking
her
for fucking
to...
shit. Yeah.
Well, that wasn't what caused her, but that's when she first comes in the house and she's like bitching. And then the kid sees his other mom out the door and he's like, ah, and knocks his paint over.
Again,
Yeah, again. Which,
like, if you think about it,
Uh-huh.
if the start of the cycle, she's wearing the dress and she has all her makeup on because she's going to have a day off at fucking
Yeah.
boy. So the first mom doesn't come back because it's the beginning of the cycle.
yeah.
So the paint doesn't get spilled. So she's still wearing the dress, but
yeah, I don't...
somewhere along the line she ends up
So-
in booty shorts and high
Yeah.
heel sandals.
Yeah. And then,
Which I'm a big fan of those shorts, by
Oh,
the
yeah.
way. They were nice.
the rich girl.
Very nice.
She was like, "What? Do you not like her because of the shorts?" Yeah, yeah, but yeah, she freaks out about that paint, and I get The paint probably wasn't the thing that made her snap. It
It's
was
like
probably just
fucking
built up.
watercolor, dude.
But it was like blue and it was on a tile floor. I was like, this is like an easy cleanup. I was like,
Yeah.
little kid.
So I know a guy whose mom got
Crack
white
out the
carpets, and then he
bounty.
dropped some like chicken nuggets or something, and no spaghetti sauce on them.
It was ravioli.
And, it was a ravioli.
I know the guy too.
yeah. So, and he did not get beat.
No, he didn't.
Should have, but did.
Yeah.
He got a muffin and a pat on the head, like, oh, it's okay.
Yeah, pat on the dick. Nope.
Hey.
I forgot we were going. Yeah. Mommy loves you. Tap tap.
Jesus.
the part-
Don't tell daddy.
How do you feel? Because we haven't.
Don't tell daddy.
What is it? You two fuckers.
Yeah, the funny is it was his uncle, not his mom. Anyways,
Oh, shit.
The part we didn't talk about, like they have that thing where when they're sinking, they're like doing the Mayday call, and then it comes through, and you hear like the lady being like, "They killed them all," and then later you find out it was like Rich Girl, and say, "Oh, that was the Mayday call." But shout out to that. I like that part, even though you sort of knew it was coming after a while.
Yeah.
it was dumb because the guy had zero fucking acting ability. He was like, Coast Guard, is there a storm? No storm. Okay. They're murdering everyone. Okay, where you at? And, like, his tone doesn't change. Yeah. Nothing changes. And it's like he's reading off a fucking paper. Oh.
Yeah. Liam Hemsworth, it's shocking, like, because then, like, Hunger Games couldn't have come that far after this movie. When the first Hunger Games come out? Someone Google it.
I ain't moving.
I was like, it doesn't look like anyone's in. But, like, he wasn't very good in this movie at all. Like, every time he had a...
Hey, Jamie, look that up.
Yeah,
Jamie.
where's our Jamie at?
Look that up.
I got it, guys. I got it.
Okay, 2012. Beat you.
No, hold on.
So 3 years.
I'm going to name my Google or Alexa.
How do you spell
Fucking
Hunger Games?
Jamie, yeah.
March 23rd, 2012. Which is, what, 7 years after this movie? Or
3.
It's too early. Too hungover to do math.
Never too hungover to do math.
Yeah, I love math, Maverick. You take that back.
I'm going to call a bunch of losers.
I'll fucking kill you for math.
Jesus, yeah. 2 + 2 = murder. Duh.
Yeah. But anyway. Anything else we want to talk about on this one? I think this one might be a little short.
Oh, let me look through. I took notes.
A lot of this shit repeats. That's why there's not that much to talk about. Because it's just different points of views of what, you know. Once again, another thing is the fuck we talked about, it doesn't add up. So the lady, they're in the hallway, they hear a sound, they go down the hall, it's a set of keys. It's her house keys. And she's like, "Oh, I got these
Falling
house
out of her
keys."
pocket.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But then later, you see she's the one that drops the keys. So it's like, well, who's the one that started off with the keys?
Yeah.
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 It's something. Whoever picked this movie just needs to get punched in the face.
Yeah, Maverick.
You know, that's what we should do from now on. If someone picks a bad movie, like we all have that, what's that death hot sauce that you have, Mav?
Oh,
Hot
man. Make a death sauce with liquid rage.
Yeah, so, and then whoever picks, we all have a bottle, and if you pick a movie and it sucks as bad as this one, you have to, like, eat a spoonful.
I fucking shit myself yesterday. Ate too much.
What? Anyways.
It's bad.
But, it was a good premise, right? I just think that the boat ruined it. I don't know.
I'll preference this with when I watched this movie for the first time, I was really high. And
You were
like,
7. We talked about this already.
at the theater.
You were 10.
And I remember it like blew my mind. And then watching it now, I was like, man, this movie is shit.
Fuck, when did you watch this the first time?
Like a year ago.
I thought you saw it when it came out.
No, you made this up. This is all your fabricated lies, Tyler.
You're a
He's
fibber.
in a loop.
You're in a loop.
Anyway,
Anyway.
I don't think anything really needs to be said about this movie. The acting was, 5 out of 10. I thought it was shot cool.
The fucking husband, man, I could not stand him.
The
Fucking
husband?
his acting was weird. He didn't give a fuck. Like he didn't know what situation he was fucking eating a banana, little fuck.
He's my favorite part of the movie.
He
Just
was
him
just a
walking
weird
around
dude.
eating this burrito. He wasn't eating
Just
a
got a
burrito.
fucking, and then homegirl up on that balcony shooting down at him. And I'm like, you just go underneath her. She can't shoot you if you're underneath her. But
Yeah.
no, stand out in the open,
I remember
yell a bunch, and get shot like fucking
yeah.
idiots.
Yeah, I remember wondering. I was like, because they knew to go into the theater, but they didn't see that sign. I remember being like, how did they know to go there? And then later you see it was like that other girl who makes them follow it, and she's like, we should go to the theater. I was like, oh, okay, I guess that's how they knew. But once again, where did this girl come from? you know?
She had so many different versions because if she
Yeah.
she shot herself, like she shot herself with the shotgun. She
Uh-huh.
has like that cut on her head, and then that version goes into the room and kills both those people.
Yeah.
But then she never does that. But then when she goes in the room, dude's already dead. No writing on the fucking mirror. She writes on the
Yeah,
mirror, drags the body out. But that version never fucking killed them. So there's so many like versions of herself
Yeah.
that she's fighting, but making the same fucking mistakes. So I'm like, if this is a loop, like there's like 3 of her in the same loop, all in their own loops, and I'm like, what the fuck is going
Loops
on?
and
This
loops and
Inception
loops.
fucking, it's a bowl of
Yeah.
Fruit Loops over here, bruh. I'm like, what?
Some of the
fuck?
mistakes, it's like, okay, she's facing something different because she hasn't been here yet. But then she gets to where she decides to kill herself, and she acts out the same fight, and it's like, you know exactly what you did in this instance.
I was so pissed. I was like, this was like 10 minutes ago. You should know where the fuck you are. You're just around the corner. Like,
Yeah.
you were just there. Like,
so anyway,
Jesus.
shout out to this movie.
No.
no.
I mean, it got us talking.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't
It's
know.
interesting.
Like I
It's a
said,
shit take.
I don't know. I think once you start fucking with time, even though this isn't a big time, travel movie,
Uh-huh.
like once you start everything, it's just hard from there on out.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way. I'm sure they went back and tried to edit and reshoot and all kinds of stuff, and they're like, guys, this just can't do it.
Fucking
Yeah, they're like,
editing
this
this
is as good as
movie
it's
was
gonna
probably a
get.
nightmare.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure. They really, like, watching it back, knowing what was going to happen. It's like, they really weren't very subtle with it. Like, every time she walked into a room, there'd be, like, 3 mirrors showing, like, 3 different versions of her and stuff. And watching it, I was like, okay.
They were loud as fuck on this boat because she'd just be around the corner, like hiding from them, and you could just hear them all perfectly. Like,
Yeah.
I had subtitles too, so I was fucking just reading along. Like, this is ridiculous.
I know they also weren't supposed to get too far away from each other, but, like, this is a giant cruise boat thing. I was
gonna
like, how
say-
did they all stay bunched? I was like, they could go anywhere. This boat.
I've
could
never
go
been on a
anywhere.
cruise ship.
Loser.
Are they really that fucking big, Tom?
They're bigger.
They're pretty big if you get into like the corridors and the hallways below. If you stay on like the main where all the entertainment is, it's pretty easy to like find everything. But yeah,
It was, yeah. It looked like a hotel on the inside. Like, I mean, with like just the fucking endless amount of hallways,
yeah.
twists and turns, and I was like, well, this doesn't make any sense.
Anyway, all right, we all done with this one. Tyler, you got anything else you want to say?
I was done with this one 10 minutes ago.
All right, good to know.
I think we covered the whole fucking movie.
Yeah. So
No, we left some stuff out. Like, I think we could have talked about that driver being Satan or God a little bit more.
Yeah,
Whoever
but-
the fuck it is that.
He was so nonchalant. He's like, I'm nobody. I'm just a guy who drives.
He's like,
yeah,
I'm
that
just
dude
the
was fucking
driver.
weird.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, well,
I'll keep the meter running, and I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? Yeah, are you gonna come back?
yeah.
Promise. And I'm like, bitch, what
And
the
it's
fuck?
like, wouldn't he know that she's gonna come back? Well, I guess not. Maybe she could earn her way out of whatever she's in.
she promises to come back, she's going on a sailing trip. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna be gone for a
Yeah.
long time. He's gonna.
But who knows
So, I
how
don't know.
long they had been gone because she was taking a fucking nap downstairs.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So it's
So-
like he falls asleep in the back of the car, and it's like, weren't you already going to the harbor? Like, how far?
Yeah,
is
how
this
far?
harbor?
Yeah, and then it's like, yeah, and then the kid is dead because the guy's like, there's no use in saving him. You know, he's dead already. And it's like, oh, okay,
Which
well,
is the most fucked up thing to say to a mom.
it really
in front
is.
of a dead child ever.
yeah.
Well,
Hey,
I don't
your
think he
kid's
knew
dead
that.
over there. What?
And then
I
it
don't
was
think-
like, well, where did the kid go to like heaven or something? Like,
Oh yeah, I'm sure he did.
I mean,
The kid was never there.
the kid was
It
never
was all
there.
a lie.
the
Always
kid's
has
life
been.
was hell. So,
Yeah.
you know, anywhere he went was probably better than where he was.
Whoever gave him that fucked up haircut.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Anyway,
Thomas talking shit about hair over here.
I was-
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
I mean,
Fuck
wasn't
you
the
up.
kid's name Tommy?
Baby Chan, shut up.
Hey, fuck you.
That was just
Hey, whoa, guys.
that was just
At
a
least we're not
homage
as
to the
retarded
Who.
as that kid.
Thanks for listening. Next week, Bags pick. Bags, hit us with it. What are we watching?
We're watching the hit horror remake, The Hills Have Eyes.
Oh shit!
I'm so
The
excited.
remake.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
what's
so
up?
ask question, guys.
only-
Just let it go. Just before he changes his mind, he goes, you know what? Let's watch Hellraiser 3. Really, what?
The only Hills Have Eyes. It's not even the whole movie. The only clip I've seen from it is when dude gets.
Whoa.
Whoa,
Whoa.
hold on.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, go fuck your mother. We're not talking. No.
He
No,
gets sledgehammered in the dick.
Whoa,
Is that this one?
whoa,
Is that this
Wait,
one?
Come on,
Whoa.
no. Just yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, next week, you tell us all about it.
Yeah. Yeah,
I was
next
like
week.
9 years old.
Hey, I will say though, real fast, just because I looked it up to see
Probably
what
the
year,
new one, Matt. It came out a while back.
to see what year it's from,
Yeah.
and
Is it from 2006? The
it
remake?
is. It is.
Yeah.
But it gave me the
Wes
poster.
Craven did the original.
Yeah, it gave me the poster for the one from 1977, and the star on the
Shit.
poster is the guy in The Devil's Rejects that we'll get into later when he's the buddies with the black dude from Halloween. That gets called the chicken fucker that we'll get into.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Gotcha.
That guy. But anyway,
Captain Spaulding?
No,
That guy?
He's like
Oh.
the strip club owner's like right hand man.
yeah,
Yeah.
It looks like
he
he
looks
Oh,
like a retard.
yeah.
yeah.
They're called droids, boss.
Jesus,
What?
nothing. We'll
At
move
first,
on.
I thought he was the burn victim dude.
No.
Okay, we got.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. Well, thanks for listening to episode 21. Maverick's always drunk, so it counts.
Y'all ready to do the whole thing again in Spanish so we can start uploading to the other podcast site?
Hola, ¿cómo
the-
estás?
El podcast.
21. Noche de graveyard.
Salsa.
All right.
All right, thanks
I
for
almost
joining
want to
us.
end it on that. Yeah. Anyway, hey,
Like, share,
like,
subscribe,
share, yeah.
tell your friends, join the Patreon, buy the
Patreon.
merch.
OnlyFans.
Still, guys, first video hit 1,000 likes. Thomas gets a haircut.
The OnlyFans is Thomas's feet and nothing else.
They're good
They
feet.
spread-
So if you're interested,
Nah, that's some caveman. Wait, good feet.
Yeah, one of them's got some-
Literally, one is
Well, that's
one
for the
is-
scar fetish people there. Anyway, all right. Thanks
one of
for
them
watching.
eats too much metal. Right? It's a big metal
Yeah,
fan.
yeah.
So.